It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
A second down throw for Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Prescott now. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
11 empty.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher, 3rd down and 9.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Prescott off play action. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill puts it off, and the Bengals Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. We're scoreless after 1.
Gun. Stop. Hey, we got to go score. Let's go. Stop.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Prescott. Going up top. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. We're going to give this to Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
11.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. This is caught inside the 15.
Here we go.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46, 46.
First down, Prescott. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give to Elliott running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Simi Fehoko, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 5. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They go play action with Burrow. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On third down, Elliott fights through him. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Shred, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Burrow. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
11, 11. 12, 12.
Throwing on second down. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14.
11,
Running left, it's Mixon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 68 yards on the ground for him so far.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
11, 11.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Mixon is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
11, mighty. 11, mighty.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Heavy set out there on third and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I'd have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Boy, they had it at the 1. The full start moves it to the 6 now for first and goal. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From from the 2 now. 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Kill. 27.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jesse Bates. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this one too low.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Elliott. And some room to run now. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Prescott from the gun. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The lightning rod. J.J. Watt with a sack. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
I'm fine, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Here's Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
McPherson's kick is good. But for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They go to Elliott again. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A first down carry by Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. From the pistol, here's Elliott. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is indeed good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
A final shot now for Burrow. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this